Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll tell you one interesting topic in Jira. So that's nothing but uh, how to create an automation rule to compare the date fields. Let's say, for example, if we have a baseline date and normal date, so then we want to compare is there any difference between baseline date and normal date. Then we must figure it out and identify which is delay or went earlier, it is going as planned, like that. So let's go into the topic. The topic is like we want to create an automation rule uh, to compare the baseline, let's say, test date and test date. Okay, so this is our requirement, and that comparison should be update into another field, like which is like it's like went earlier, went delay, or it's going as planned, like that. Okay, for that, uh, what are the components we need to create, like, you know uh, let's say. So firstly, we need to create a field to capture the comparison between baseline test date and test date, and we need to create an automation rule to compare those two date fields. uh, okay, and also we want to compare only dates but not time. For example, uh, if you, let's say, baseline test date is updated while creation as 15th June 2024, 9 a.m. After some time, if test date is, so you got it right, like baseline test date is a reference field which is like baseline, like when we create the issue, the initial date what we have decided, and that might be changed during the time, maybe after some time, if that date has to be changed due to some reasons. So this, mostly this will not be non-editable, so this will be non-editable, so this cannot be editable by the users, so we'll keep it as a read-only field, and this will be editable, and we can capture the current date based on the testing time. Is update while creation as 15th June 2024, 10 a.m. In this scenario, it is going as planned only, it's not considered as delay because it's just 1 hour, but the date is same. So it is going as planned. So We need to establish an automation rule to compare only dates but not time. And let's see, so this is the entire requirement we have. And let's go to the Jira first. And so and I forgot to tell one more point. uh, we need to also create an automation rule. We need to create an automation rule to capture the baseline test date value to test date value. So that's how we can get the fetch the data, baseline data, to the test date while creation itself. Okay, while creation. Okay, now let's go to the let's complete these points in Jira as it is. Let's quickly create a field to capture the comparison between baseline test date and test date. So for that, I'll just create a custom field, like, which is a single drop down, like, and I'll just put like delivery status. So it's like went early if baseline date is less than test date. If it is, if uh, test date is greater than baseline date, then it is event delay. If uh, test date is equal to baseline date, then it is went as planned. Okay, so let me create a simple field like this. We'll use this field in the automation rules, not anywhere. Okay, now let me go to the automation rules. So let me create a new automation rule. So I'll select the trigger like issue when issue created, then click on next. And if so, I'll select issue failed conditions, and if issue type, because I'm going to apply this requirement for service request only. So I'm going to select service request. Okay, click on next. And then now now you need to update the test date field, right? So you need to copy the test date field from baseline test date field. Okay, now just test date. You need to set this field like the click on copy test date, copy field to copy. You need to select baseline test date. Okay, so now you got the point, right? Like from the current issue, from the baseline test date, you need to copy that value to the test date value. So what happened, so whenever you created the service request, so you will give that baseline test date value, and that value will be automatically captured to test date. So let me turn on this rule, set test date from baseline test date. Okay, just turn on this rule. And before that, we need to know one more thing, like if you go to the project settings of this project, if you go to the summary, you need to see the fields, how the fields are being configured here for service request, especially because we are applying this rule for service request. So if you see here the screen scheme for service request, there are three screens. Default screen will be used as create screen and edit screen, view screen. So in, let me open these three screens separate. So this is the default screen. In the default screen we'll have baseline test date, but will not have test date because that will be not not filled during creation. And if you see the edit screen, the base, whatever baseline date you have filled during creation, it will not be editable from there onwards. So automatically test date will capture the baseline date value, and this can be editable. And for the edits view screen, you'll have all the fields, like including delivery status, because this is going to be update the comparison state between baseline test date and test date. Okay, so this is the view screen. So now let's go to the automation rule again. And I've been already created a similar automation rule for this video, and let me leverage this automation rule because we don't have much time to create the rule right now. So I have selected the trigger like when value changes, like when test date changes, then this condition will apply. So the condition will be like if matches. So I have selected if block. So I given like condition if matches test date and dot format. You need to give format because we want to compare only dates but not time. So I've given just in the basic format of Jira, like year, month, date is greater than issue dot baseline test date, and again format here also. Then we need to update that value, right? So this is the mail component which I have been configured. Let me just delete, and let me just update that field. If it is greater than, then update the field delivery status. Delivery status value as when delay, and click on next. And if you come down, else if block is there. If again same, like if issue test date is less than baseline test date. If it is early, then baseline test date. If it is changed, like if it is changed early to the baseline, then we need to update that field called delivery status. Update that field as went early because it is less than, right? So I just updated as went early. If it matches equals, like if test date is same as baseline test date, then we need to update that component. uh, Delivery status as went as planned. That's it. So this is how we can easily configure automation rules to calculate the things. Okay, so I'll just update this rule and let's do the testing now. It's testing time now. uh, let's create a new issue now. The issue should be service request because we are configuring to the service request only. So I'll just give testing ticket for comparing baseline test date and test date. Okay, test. So I'll just give baseline test date as 26th of June. Select time, I'll just select 12 a.m. So I'll just create it and let's open this issue. Okay, yeah, if you see here, uh, the test date is captured the same value from the baseline test date. Okay, you got it now. And similarly, the delivery status is the field which we are expecting when test date is updating greater than or less than. And let me just update this. And for your information, so this will not be editable because we are not added this baseline test date in edit screen, so it's not editable. So whatever we want to change, we can change in the test date only. So the baseline test date is for reference. Okay, so now let me just so it is initially 26, right? Let me change it to 27. And if I just, and let me just refresh this issue. And if you see here, the delivery status is shown as when delay because test date is greater than baseline test date, so that's why it went delay. So it's nothing but when delay. So if it is changed to 25th or 24th, which is very early than baseline test date, then our expectation is delivery status should be shown as went early. Okay, let me just, if you see here, it just changed to went early. Okay, if it is, if test date is equals to the baseline test date whatever filled while creation, let's see how it will change. Yeah, it got changed to went as planned. Okay, so this how uh, we can configure, compare and calculate the delivery status based on baseline test date and test date. Okay, and also I have tell like if we change the time on same date, so let's say if it is June 26th and just updated the time, like which is delay like 1 hour, but it's not genuine delay, it's just 1 hour of the same day, then it should not impact the delivery status. Like it should show as went as planned only. And let's see, it will not change because we have been entered the expression. If you see here, the expression we've been entered with the format like only day, year, month, date, but not time. So it will not compare the time, but it will compare the dates. So this is what expecting from the higher management to capture what are the tickets are went early, what are the tickets are went delay or went planned. So in this way we can compare and calculate the metrics using automation rule. I think you got this topic. So it's a use case, we can say. So hope you got the information about this use case. So thanks for watching my video. So please subscribe for more technical videos. Thank you.